Wednesday, so
You guys are always forgetting it's Wednesday. What's going on with you two?
just busy.
We need the day off?
No, it's okay.
It's okay, I guess.
No, my friend was in a really bad car
Oh
accident.
my gosh, I hope she's okay. What happened?
Uh, some 20-year-old ran a stop sign, and she's has to have a bunch of surgeries over her leg and stuff. Like the bone popped through a few places in her leg, and they don't know if they're gonna be able to heal it correctly. So that's been on my mind a lot. So that's why I keep losing track of the days, because I'm always in a group chat.
When did that happen?
Like late Saturday night.
Oh.
And so it's funny because the accident is not funny, but her friends, like, they're not my friends, and
Right.
like they're not each other's friends. So we're like I'm like in a group chat with a bunch of girls I don't talk to.
Right.
And one of them is updating us, so it's like they're always texting me. So that's on my mind a lot. So she has to go into one of those like oxygen chambers for 3 days now, so they can try and like heal the wounds or whatever. So I blame that. Why my mind, like, I'm like, oh yeah, it is Wednesday.
You know, honestly, that's not a good enough reason.
I did have my Toledo Japanese Association meeting yesterday, though. So.
Oh, you told me about that. What was that? The Toledo Japanese. What was it?
Toledo Japanese Association is just like a conversation club that my sensei from BGSU puts on. I did meet some new people, though, that don't study at BGSU, and I told them about your thing. So I hope they join in.
Hey, we're going to fast forward 5 weeks. They ain't going to join in.
Hey, I try.
No, you're my biggest advocate.
John says he does not tell anyone.
That's totally fine. I don't blame him. I'd be embarrassed about me too. Are you guys ready to go? Oh, I gotta share my screen.
Yeah.
Hang on, I should have shared my screen before I started the stream. Sorry,
Oh, we're streaming, so everything I shared was on the stream.
Well, I was making sure that we didn't have any names or anything. So, like, if I would have heard a name, I would have cut it out. But and you didn't say anything too negative. You just said that you don't know anything. So it's not like the worst thing you said was that it's kind of funny when your friend's in the hospital. God.
No,
I'm
that's
joking.
not the
I know.
funny part. The funny part is now I'm in communication with a bunch of women I don't really know at all.
No, I got you.
Stop. It's all the worlds colliding.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, let's get it going.
Let's get it going. How much did you guys study last time?
Well, we forgot it was Wednesday.
So. Yeah, so next to zero.
I'm seeing any of this.
All right, well, we'll start off from oishii again, just to refresh. Repeat after me. Kikenna bakemono wa doukutsu ni imasu. That wasn't really a proper intonation. I always think it's going to be a question. Excuse me one more time. Kikenna bakemono wa doukutsu ni imasu.
Kikenna bakemono wa doukutsu ni imasu.
Kikenna bakemono wa doukutsu ni imasu.
そう思いますか?
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 そう思いますか? Then we have その映画は安い映画館で見ました。
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 That was probably your most Japanesey sounding sentence in a long time, John. そう思いますか?
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 So then, just out the window. All right, so the pattern once again is the topic of the sentence, which may or may not be the subject, followed by some sort of information regarding that topic. And we need to figure out where the particles go and how they all interact. Are we dealing with na adjectives, e adjectives, and all that sort of stuff? So number 5, we have oishii, osake, kaisha ni chikai, izakaya, arimasu. Now, technically, you could put these in any order you wanted to, but we're trying to keep them in, sentence structure order. So oishii should become before osake, kaisha ni chikai comes before izakaya, etc., etc., etc. And you guys have been doing it right. I just wanted to emphasize that for the viewers at home. What do the words mean?
Oishii is delicious.
Yep.
Osake is sake.
Yeah. / booze.
Kaisha ni chikai near the office. Not
a company, office. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we use the word office to mean company sometimes in English.
The izakaya is like a Japanese bar.
Exactly. And arimas is?
Exists.
Yeah, so tasty booze exists probably at the izakaya by the office, by the company, would probably be a good sentence. So this would be the subject, whereas in other cases it wasn't the subject. I don't remember exactly which sentences it wasn't the subject, but the thing that we're going to be tagging the wa particle on this time is the subject of the sentence. It is the thing that arimasu is. All right, since I forget whose turn it is, Kayla, how about you start us off?
Oishii osake wa kaisha ni chikai izakaya ni arimasu.
Yeah, but you don't have to make it a question. I know you're making it a question. Yeah, I know you're making it a question because you're not sure. But no. Ni particle, and then there's nothing in between the e adjectives and the nouns. E adjectives and the nouns. Let me enunciate, and then the wa particle. Great. John, how do you finish it off?
そう思いますか?
そう思いますか? 美味しいお酒は会社に近い居酒屋にありますよ. And we could even add a yo there. I feel like yo just flows out naturally. そう思いますか? Oh, you think so, do ya? Let me tell you something. I never actually saw that Clint Eastwood movie. You feel lucky? Alright, Punk. Hayashi-san, 事務所に近い会議室います. What do those words mean? What the flaming bleep is a Hayashi-san, John?
Person.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it's a gym near the gym.
No, near the office.
Remember, Jim's show is The Office, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now I remember.
Kaigishitsu is meeting room.
Meeting room.
Right?
So, yeah. And then imas. Almost.
What?
Sorry, I hear Tron just, I'm like, close.
Imas is...
It's like arimas.
Isn't that because the person is there? Yeah, like the person is there.
Yeah, it means there is, and it's for things that can move of their own volition. Whenever I say that on Reddit, people are like, well, sometimes people use it for cars. And I'm like, okay, great. Yeah, sometimes people do that. Thank you for... Every single time. It's like somebody's like misusing hiragana and still making the wa particle with like the wa character. And then like I'm like, well, that's usually used for like things that can move of their own. And then like some guy is like, well, I'm a professor. It's like, yeah, well, how about we learn the basics and then we learn the exceptions? But anyway, Reddit is an interesting community. I will stop there. We're trying to say Hayashi is in the meeting room near the office, I believe would be the best sentence. John, it's your turn to make this sentence.
Hayashi-san na jimushu yo ni...
I'm laughing because what I'm about to say sounds ridiculous, but I'm not trying to make fun of you, just that it made me laugh when I formulated the sentence in my head. Mr. Hayashi is not an adjective modifying office. You used a na, and it should have been a wa, so it's like, Mr. Hayashi is a na adjective. Oh man, the Hayashi office! I don't know, just something weird about that.
That would make it an adjective. Did you hear what he said? What part?
Hayashi-san wa jimsho ni chikai wa...
Well, now we have chikai as an e adjective, and we're trying to say it's the office that's near the meeting room that's near the office, right? So we don't need anything. It's an e adjective modifying a noun. It's an e adjective modifying a noun, so nothing.
Alright, let's do it again.
You got this.
Hayashi-san wa jimsho ni chikai kaigishitsu.
Then we want to identify the location that he exists in. So close, it should be a ni particle. Det is for actions, and existing isn't really an action. Otherwise, life would be misery. Imagine if you had to actively exist in reality. That'd be horrifying. Like you sneeze and maybe you blink out of existence. Yeah. So Hayashi-san wa 事務所に近い会議室にいます. And I won't make you do it the third time. Kayla, what's the response?
So omoimasu ka.
So omoimasu ka.
Do you want me to sit and you just do the so omoimasu ka?
Nope.
You just seem in a bad mood today, John. So
John's like, it should have been a day. In Star Wars, they used Han De Solo. Okay, I'm done making bad Star Wars jokes. My son finally saw some clips of Star Wars, and he's like entranced by it. Fee wants to watch Jurassic Park, and I let her watch the Velociraptor eating people. And like, I'm a horrible father, but she loves it. All right, here we go. Yume, which is, I shouldn't say anything. Yume, Hayu, Uchi ni chikai, restaurant, tabemasu. What do those words mean?
Okay.
John, you gotta know
so
one of them.
Yume is famous. Hayu isn't that like actor or actress?
Actress, yep. Eat. Hey, good. I thought you were gonna do restaurant, but you got eat. Good. Yeah, that's better than I thought. Great.
And then Uchi ni chikai is near my house or near house.
So someone is gonna be eating. They're gonna be eating something pertaining to a restaurant. I doubt they're eating the restaurant. So they're probably eating at the restaurant. Eating is an action. This restaurant is being modified in some way by Uchi ni chikai, so nearby the house. So it must be a restaurant that is near the house. And then notice, probably the thing that exists that is eating is a hayu, and that hayu is yume. Really quickly, I want to talk about this. Notice how Uchi ni chikai restaurant, which we're going to be using, there's no verb here, right? Uchi is a noun, chikai is an e adjective, restaurant is a noun. Restaurant is a noun. However, we're going to translate it using a verb once again because that's how English works. The restaurant that is near our house, near our home. So that would be, the is a verb in English, but there's no is here in Japanese. So that's just something to think about when you're trying to translate from English. All right, Kayla, you're up.
Yume na hayu wa uchi ni chikai restaurant de tabemasu.
Hey, beautiful. John, finish this off.
So omoimasu ka.
So omoimasu ka, yeah. Did I ask you about Hot Fuzz, John?
Yeah.
What did you like better, Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead? Did I ask you that question?
Yeah, I don't know, but on another subject, did you see that Norm Macdonald special coming out?
Yeah, I heard he recorded something in case there was a problem, and it's going to be, what, the 30th?
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix.
Okay, like, I'm kind of iffy with Netflix, but for Norm Macdonald, I'll be willing to watch it.
Yep.
His show, that Norm Macdonald Live, is that what they called it? The Norm Live or whatever, where he just had people on and they just made jokes.
Oh, one of the funniest.
That was so funny, and I don't like it when Netflix bought it because they put like a small audience in there and it changed the dynamic. But like the first one, the Super Dave one, that was one of the funniest things that's ever existed.
Yep.
It's like he made that joke about like gold chains would be a great gift for a retiring slave, and he's like, "Did you just say that out loud?" He's like, "Now explain to the folks." Maybe he doesn't understand. Yes, explain to the folks about slavery. It's just,
it's one of the best.
Oh, it's just so funny. Oh my gosh. All right. Number 8, Tomodachi, daigaku ni chikai, toshokan, benkyou shimasu. Do we know what those words are?
A friend near university, library, and to study.
Yeah, exactly. So someone's going to study. They're going to study something pertaining to a library. This library is going to be something about being near a college, a university. Both are accurate. Japanese. I grew up in Central Ohio, and my dad worked at Ohio State University, so now everyone can find me and dox me, probably. But my last name is Rodriguez, by the way. So that'll throw everybody off. And OSU is gigantic. It's one of the biggest colleges or universities in the world. So when I went to Japan and I saw universities, they're like a building. It's very different. It's very different. Or like one floor of a building. It's very strange. Anyway, then Tomodachi. So probably a friend is studying at the library that's near the school is what I'm going to go with. John, you're up.
友達は大学に近い図書館で勉強します。
Yeah, great.
そうますか?
Yeah, そう思いますか? Yeah, good. 友達は大学に近い図書館で勉強します. My friend studies, or someone's friend studies, at the library near the college. Oh, you think so, do ya? And that turns out she doesn't. That trickster. Yoshida-san, toi izakaya imasu. John, you know any of those besides Yoshida?
San.
Toi is far.
Yeah.
Izakaya is the Japanese bar, and
Yarp.
Imasu is the person exists.
Yarp. That was one of the best jokes in Hot Fuzz, where he's trying to act like the idiot guy. That is like, so he's not gonna come back, is he? Narp. Okay. Narp. Okay, sorry. Yoshida-san, he's probably exists at, he's at, we would translate that better as he is at, izakaya is, or at an izakaya Japanese pub that's far away. All right, the faraway pub. Kayla, you're up.
Yoshida-san wa toi izakaya ni imasu.
Yeah. Yoshida-san, what?
Oh,
Toi izakaya. Oh, I'm sorry, John. You finish this off.
I already did it. I did it again.
I'm so rude. So omoimasu ka? I'll be John. So you have a deeper voice than me. So omoimasu ka? I can't do a good John impression. I'm bad with impressions. Any questions?
Yeah.
Is it usually we usually use ni then with imas and arimas, and then de usually with the verb?
Sorry. Apparently somebody had a question and I was reading it instead of listening to you because I'm a horrible teacher. Please repeat your question.
So is it usually where we use like ni with the imas and the arimas, and de is usually with the other verbs?
That's one way to think about it. However, the issue with that is just simply that we don't have enough verbs yet to show us other situations where that might be the case. Like, I mean, arimas and imas are the big ones for ni versus de. However, what would be another one? When you take a break, like if you're gonna relax, that can be, or if you're gonna wait in a location, that's kind of a ni. So that's machimasu. You're gonna be using ni a lot, and then because you're just standing there. So it's not everything that it. So it's not like imas, arimas are ni, and then everything else is de. And then further, we're gonna get into. Oh yeah, go ahead.
So do you ever use de with imas and arimas?
Well, it's interesting you would ask that. Remember how we were learning how to make arimas negative?
Uh-huh.
How do we make arimas negative? Or I'm sorry, not arimas, excuse me. How do we make des negative?
Des negative is like, what is it? Janai?
Yeah, janai. And then what ja is a slurring of what?
Dewa nai.
De wa nai, and nai is arimasen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So de arimas is des.
Yeah.
So when you ask, do we ever put de in front of arimasu? We do. Every time we say des, we're doing it.
So that's so. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Accidentally, so sometimes if you're
So
talking quickly
essentially,
and you say, what's
that's the same death particle then.
uh, uh it is the de particle. I don't know if it can be argued that's the same de particle because I mean it is the de particle, but I mean it depends on how you think about particles. Yes, and with a technicality, no. So
Okay.
yeah. So you have to be careful. If you ever screw up and say de arimas with a location, you're saying what was one that was arimas? Oishi osake wa kaisha ni chikai izakaya de arimasu would mean that tasty liquor is that bar to an extent. I'm sure the Japanese mind will change it and try to do something with it to make it more comprehensible, but that's kind of literally what you're saying. Let's see. This person is asking. I just self-checked my question, but just explanation. Why knee particle be used before chikai? Yeah. So yeah. You probably already checked it out, but just in case somebody's, why is there a knee in front of chikai? And again, this is also in a situation where we would use a ni that isn't arimas, right? Remember how we have Kaylee, see kaisha ni chikai?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't say kaisha de chikai because being near the kaisha is a ni particle, right? That's not really a thing that you can act upon. But we also wouldn't say kaisha ni chikai arimas. You could say chikaku aru. So technically that's another arimas situation. But yeah. I just no. John's sitting here talking about my hot, deep and sultry voice. I thought it would be no. Nod, just to make sure. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Nadh, Nod, Isa. Just to make sure. It's better to not think of this as ni coming before chikai. It's much better to think of ni coming after kaisha, just in case. You said that you're self-studying. I think I saw that. I just self-checked my question. Maybe you're not self-studying. Just call me orange. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Now remember, particles come afterwards. They don't come before words. So chikai. The reason why it's a ni particle is because we will in the future end the sentence with chikai, chikaku aru chikai, and so we need the ni particle for kaisha. So it's much less the idea that ni is coming before chikai, and it's much more the idea that ni is coming after kaisha. Just to make sure that that's not a mistake that you might have in your head. That's a common mistake that people will. They'll say that they're putting the particles after a noun or afterward, and then whenever you ask them to explain something, or they'll ask questions saying, why does ni come before something? So you have to be careful. Ni doesn't come before chikai. Ni comes after kaisha. So that's something that's a common mistake I see in new students. I'm not saying you're a new student. I'm just saying that's a common mistake. So anybody out there in YouTube Sylvania, just make sure that that's not something you got going on in your head. Any other questions? John and Kayla.
No, I need to remember that after the particle. I need to make sure I remember the particle after too.
It's not just you. I mean, I almost all of my students are like, what? So they'll say it comes after this, it comes after this, it comes after this, and then they'll ask a question. Why does it come before this? And you're like, no. Remember, it comes after. I'm an old student, but still not good. Yeah, particles are tricky. Particles are one of those things you're going to spend a long time on. I'm an old student, but still not good in particles. Which level of JLPT is this? I'm teaching Japanese. God, I'm getting so much more feedback. I was literally thinking about quitting because I don't get any feedback. I was looking at things last week, and I was like, on Monday, I was like, oh my God, no one's reacting to anything I'm doing. Let's just focus on English, Evan. Just give this all up. And now I got two people.
Maybe we're not on long enough for people to notice your life.
Yeah, because when I hung up on Monday, we had one viewer, and I'm pretty sure it was John. So I was like, all right, this just isn't working. Anyway, the question is, which level of JLPT is this? I honestly don't know. This is a mix between 4 and 5. But what I'm doing with these online live lessons is, so what we did in the first section before the first review, the first, I think it was 8 lessons or so, was how to end a sentence with different types of words. Like if you want to end a polite sentence with a noun, you do des. If you want to do it with a verb, you have the mas. If you want to do an adjective, you have the des, and all that sort of stuff. But now what I'm doing is I'm showing you how to put all of those different types of words in front of nouns. So I'm not really teaching based off the JLPT. I'm teaching it this way because when I teach this to people, they stop studying. They give up. It's at my local high school, which, I mean, anyway, at the local high school, I don't want to dox myself too hard, but they have a Japanese program, and when I was going through it, the number of Japanese 1 students was like 30 or 40, and then we had like 20 Japanese 2 students. And then this came up, and in Japanese 2, and then Japanese 3, we'd had like 6 students. And then for Japanese 4, they had to bust the kids from all the different high schools together, and we had 10. So this is where everybody gives up. So what I'm doing is I'm hitting it right away. What we're doing right now is we're modifying nouns with different types of words. So adjective before a noun. We had a not adjective before a noun. Next is going to be nouns in front of nouns. A lot of you are going to say that's too easy, but there's lots of tricks to it. There's lots of stuff we have to keep track of. So I've been subscribing for so long, but never watch it. Yeah, I don't go live that often because I never get feedback. I'm trying to think. Yeah, N3. Yeah, N3 is difficult. Yeah, let me know. You could join in these. You could join in these lessons. Again, online live lessons, $5 a month. You're getting 3 20-minute lessons a week for $5 a month, and then there's occasional cancels. So join up. Kayla can't be the only student out there. And sorry to Kayla. I'm sorry I'm keeping you here answering YouTube questions.
No, you're fine. John's with you too, though.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
but
not the only
he's
student.
a pity.
John's
He's a pity student. He came here because you wanted him to join. He's like, all right, Kayla.
He didn't tell me if other people joined, he would probably stop.
You didn't have to tell me. I knew it was gonna happen. If somebody else joins, I know I'm losing John. He's like, all right, I know. Don't worry, John. It's okay. I got you. You're doing this out of love for your wife, and you're here learning at least a few things while you're here and adding comedic relief. So that's great. No, we're all done with the lesson. Again, these are only about 20 minutes long, so that's the entire lesson. We're gonna continue on number 11. We are now negating not adjectives in front of nouns. I think we've done it already, but we're gonna keep on trucking. Then we got a few more. And if I'm actually gonna get interaction, then I better make sure I get the next lesson finished, huh? All right.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly. Any questions? Anybody YouTube? I'll probably stick on YouTube for a little bit longer just to make sure. But Kayla, John, you guys okay? John's probably in the other room.
John already exited out of the Skype, but yeah, he's with me. But yep,
okay, that's fine. Yeah.
We'll see you Friday. I won't forget Friday. So.
I hope everything goes well with your friend. Sorry that these individuals heard about the unfortunate accident. Don't tell anybody's names.
No names. So
yeah, no names. Fine. No names. I don't think anybody knows what city you're in either. So, and if you do, don't type it, please. All right, you guys have a good.
I can't even find a news article about it, so it's okay.
Okay, good.
All right, bye.
All right, see ya. If anybody's on YouTube and they have a question, I'll stick around for a little bit longer. There goes the Skype call. Otherwise, I'll get out of here. Well, and again, it's around that time, around 9:15, quote unquote Ohio time. That's Eastern time until it's summer, which it is now. So it's Eastern summer time. And then in the winter it'll change, but 9:15ish until we get done. Okay, great. Orange, orange is the new nod to Isa. If you have any questions, you feel free to ask. Yeah. And anybody in the comment section, even after this gets posted, ask. It'll give me a notification that you left a comment, and I get so few. So I actually have the time to answer them. None so far, thanks. Yeah, no problem. I don't know. It's funny because Nod said to call her him. It's hard to tell with the avatar. Probably a boy. Everyone who learns Japanese is usually a boy, so I'm just going to assume you're a boy because I don't know these names. She said, he said, call me an orange. And then the other guy in the conversation is Mikan, which means orange. So you two are made for each other. Maybe one of you is a girl, so it'll work out. Okay. Something was telling me you were a girl. I don't know what it was, but I don't know what it was. I was assuming I had to convince myself you're probably a boy because, like, everyone who learns Japanese is a boy. All right, I don't know how to pronounce this. Are you guys in America? So it's all girls. Oh my gosh. Why aren't you in Ohio when I was a high school student? We could have been dating. You don't have to tell me the city, but which countries are you guys in? Or you ladies? The Philippines, I know where the Philippines are. It sounds plural, but isn't it? It's a bunch of islands. In Malaysia, that's got to be near Thailand, right? I don't know my location of Malaysia. Let's see, where is Malaysia? Malaysia. Are the people from Malaysia called Malay? Or do we just say Malaysian? Oh, it's Kuala Lumpur. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, it's south of Thailand. Okay, yeah. Or, wait. Yeah, it's south of Thailand. Okay. Yeah. Now I want to ask political questions because there's so much tension going around with China and India and Australia. But we don't have to get into that. Where was that? Oh, that's right. I can probably just close this, can't I? Okay, great. Southeast Asia. Yeah, I have a lot of Southeast Asian followers. I don't know what it is. But what time is it over there? Right here in Ohio, it's 9:50. What time is it over there? 9:50 p.m. It's nighttime over here. It's probably, I'm going to guess like 6 a.m. Oh, you guys are 12 hours different. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I guess it would be a morning lesson for you if you wanted to join in. Feel free not to join in. You can always ask questions in the YouTube chat. I'm gonna get going unless you guys have you ladies have no more questions. So I'll see you guys. I keep saying guys. I'll see you ladies. Well, now do you guys speak? Is there a lot of English speakers over there, or are you guys, you gals? I keep saying guys. Sorry, that's just a phrase over here in Ohio. Are you young ladies? Is it uncommon to speak English over there, or is it very common? Well, you're typing very good English. If you have any English questions too, feel free to ask. Okay, it's very common. Okay. What, was it the British who came over there? Or I figured it would have been the Spaniards or the Portuguese. Anyway, it's common to speak English. Okay. When I was in Japan, my roommate was a Canadian, but his family came from the Philippines. I don't know, and yeah, I was gonna say it's probably British because you speak English, obviously. I know in World War II it was mostly British and French over there, and then when Japan came down, okay, do you spell color with a U? COLOUR. Correct. Yes. All right. I'll let you ladies go. You probably have a busy day. Feel free to join in. Feel free not to. We use Skype for the conversations, but we can always change to something else. All right. Feel free to. It'll be Friday at around, I guess, 9:15 a.m. your time. Around that time. On Friday. Well, wait. You guys are in the future, so it's it must be. It will be Saturday morning your time. Sorry. It's probably is it Thursday over there, right? It's Thursday. Because you are in the future. Yeah. Okay, so sorry for you guys over there, for you ladies over there, it'll be Tuesday, Thursday, and I guess Saturday morning. at 9:15 a.m. Excuse me. So again, I'm in Ohio. So as the hoodie says. All right, hey, I'll see you guys. You ladies, you gals, I'll see you. See you possibly on, I guess it'd be your Saturday. Bye bye. See ya.